Hey, little bulldongle. That's my nickname for you.
That was a bulldog.
It's a huge bull sack. So it's not little at all.
It's not a ball sack, it's a bull sack?
Yeah, forget a ball sack. You got a bull sack. Anyway, this was a start to a freaking video. This is another haul, guys. Haul rhymes with balls. Bulls have balls. Bull sack. There, it made sense. Anyway, this is going to be figures and books and comics. Somebody commented recently that I hadn't bought any books lately.
Yeah.
And they were right.
What is that?
The fact of the matter is I haven't read a book in a few months.
Damn.
And, it's been a mixture of things. But
What are you, me?
It's just a thing. So I decided to remedy that. But anyway, not that I had to get books. I mean, I have several that I haven't read. But let's do this, man. Get into some figures. Hit me with your first.
I got this Rat Fink from AliExpress.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. This Fink is pretty great.
Yeah, it's pretty
Now,
good.
you know who Rat Fink is, or what Rat Fink is, then you don't really need to know.
No.
All you need to know is that he looks like
He
this.
looks pretty cool.
That's it. That's Rat Fink.
We were trying to remember if he was like tied to some weird gang shit. But it doesn't matter because Rat Fink's cool.
Rat Fink is weirdly grotesque rat creature, I guess, of some sort.
Yeah.
Most renowned for this art form, but this is a great translation of that art form into plastic.
Yeah.
This is just, it's awesome, dude.
Ali, the
AliExpress.
Chinese come through again.
Was there ever an official release? Is this
I think so. There was, I don't know who released it, but
So this is a knockoff of the official release,
Yeah.
which I'm sure sold out immediately or whatever. It's a great knockoff if it is.
yeah.
So that's cool. Fink. Next.
Let's go with a good one.
All right. Because Rat Fink was
I
it?
finally got a Hulk.
You keep on getting Hulks and you keep on getting disappointed by them. But I think this one, honestly, is probably the best, in my opinion, mind you. This is the best one you've gotten.
I think I started off with the worst Hulk.
Yeah,
Like
you definitely
Yo-Yo
start
one, and then they became cooler as I went along. I got that one, then I got the Savage Hulk,
Yep.
and then I got the Gray Hulk. Now this one.
Yeah, this is great, man. Now, you said you had a kind of an iffy thing about his face sculpt. But I like it.
I mean, it's like leagues better than the other ones.
I mean, it's a pretty good translation of the drawing. So, anyway, this is probably the best Hulk. Definitely the best body on a Hulk.
Apparently, it's a Disney store thing.
Yeah. So, you know the figure sucks.
Yep.
Next, Fig. As you bring out
Look,
some
I
figs.
had a freaking conundrum.
Oh, God. This is a thing that happened, man.
This was a thing.
So, you're trying to build a figure, which, spoiler, it's this Killer Croc.
Yes.
And, if you're not familiar with Build-A-Figures, you basically have to buy the whole line, each which contains a single piece of this figure. Sometimes two pieces, but, usually a single piece. And that's just a method that they use to sell the shittier figures.
Yeah.
Some people want these characters in plastic, but not most of them. So to get rid of the production numbers, they stick an important part into these figures. Now, you'd think Batman would be the coolest figure in a Batman-centered series, but this has got to be the worst Batman they've... Not the worst, but it's definitely one of the worst.
It's not a good Batman. I believe this is the Dick Grayson. Yeah, Dick Grayson Batman.
The Batman Reborn.
It's just not good looking, dude. The face, he's smiling, which is like something like Batman don't smile.
Yeah, he's smiling. His body is scrawny.
Yeah,
I mean, he's Dick Grayson, but still.
He's got a tiny micro weenie.
Yeah, I mean, that's weird. It's long.
But micro.
He has no crotch area.
Yeah, he has no crotch.
Now, you might be thinking that's gay, guys, and you'd be
weird.
right, but it looks weird. Look at that thing.
Yeah,
There's no crotch there.
It's a bad figure.
And then his alternative head sucks. So he
Yes.
looks like he has a big head on a tiny body. You can't change the body out. His heads, both swaps suck. It's a shitty figure, but you needed it for the leg.
Stupid leg. It's missing a
for
leg.
the Killer Croc.
So now I have this turd that I basically bought a $20 leg.
Yeah. It's going to be worth it when you put together that Croc,
Yeah,
though.
hopefully.
Hopefully. Unless it sucks.
Unless it's terrible.
And then the other thing that you had to buy was KG Beast, which is not one of the greatest Bat villains. In fact, he's renowned as one of the few villains that he actually killed in the comics.
Yeah.
I mean, he's back as comics, but Batman killed him in the 80s.
This is from the All-Star release, I believe, which is actually really cool. A little series.
But was he cool in it?
He was all right. He was like
So
hunting.
he's just a mediocre fuck.
Yeah, he was just okay. But it's okay because it's like a villain. So I'm fine with KG Beast, or as we called him at Walmart really loudly,
KG Balls.
I'm fine with KG Balls. It's just this Dick Grayson that sucks my crop.
Yeah, at least date KG Balls here. You could put in your rogues gallery of villains.
Yeah.
And he's another villain you have. And plus you get the head and the crotch area for your killer croc. This is a good value.
Yes.
This guy, you just get a leg out of
You
it.
get
And a shitty crotch.
You get ass reamed just because you want the leg.
It was a... I didn't.
And that's the one that we have a hard time finding. Like, KG Balls is everywhere.
Yeah, KG Balls, you could just literally reach out into the fucking ether and pluck one out.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is like... everybody... I guess kids like Batman, so they buy it. Not knowing that this one sucks. So you need to get it.
Yes.
So it was a conundrum. I wasn't even paying for this shit, and I was like, dude...
This
whoa. The
Whoa.
video just like caught up
Yeah.
somehow. But anyway, it was... Let me see if I can do it again. It was weird, man. It was like a 1 hour situation trying to figure out whether you were going to buy that or not.
Yeah, and it was really busy, and people were like, dude, move.
Yeah. Kids that wanted toys were like, dude, get your fat ass out of the way.
Yeah.
Next.
Another Batman
This
that I
is
got.
kinda
This is
cool.
actually a really cool one. I'm not gonna lie. I have
Are you going to take it out of the package?
Yeah, probably.
Because it's not very visible in the package.
I have
It's a deep package.
I have a Superman and a Batman from Justice League, I think, of these Vinimates, and they suck. They're really bad. Like, I actually want to get rid of them.
Oh, man. Hating.
No, it's just they don't look good.
I see.
But this one looks really cool. This one looks cool. Now I have one to go with my Wonder Woman. And now I just need to get like.
Oh yeah, the Wonder Woman one's cool.
Yeah, because it's also bigger than the other two. So if you put the Trinity together, they're freaking midgets next to her. So yeah, I want to get like a cool Superman. This one's actually really cool looking.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool Vinimate. I would, it's way cooler than this Batman. So that tells you something. Pretty cool little Vinny. Here's Vinny.
Vin Diesel.
That's his name, Vinny. Is that it for your figures?
Yeah.
Okay. You give me this one to add to my Harlection. It's the animated series. No, it's the Adventures of Batman and Robin, right? Harley, which is super thin, it's slight, so it's gonna be hard to stand. I think I might have to use a shitty stand.
Yeah, it's massive cloth
It's
stand.
terrible. Now you brought this previously, but you donated it to the Museum of Harley. That is my Museum of Harley.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And then this I had to. Well, I didn't really wheel and deal. The guy. It turns out that these Ultimate WWE figures are $30.
Yeah, they're expensive.
And the guy was selling it for $15, which is fair. But one, it has three head swaps. Three head swaps if you count the one on her. And one of the head swaps had all this weird webbing on it. Like,
like
gross.
melted plastic or something.
Yeah, like melted plastic. And it's alright because this head's not really one that interests me. These other two do. So I was like, dude, it's out of the package.
Yeah, it's all messed up.
One of the heads sucks. I didn't tell him I didn't really care for that head. So I got him down to $8. So that's a good deal.
Yeah.
And it's got the Rhonda. And you could put, different heads on her. You could put her jacket on her and different hands if you want to. Pretty cool fig.
So you bamboozled, in other words.
I bamboozled because, come on, man. And he also threw this one. Well, he didn't throw it in. He had it.
I just saw a big mistake with this figure.
Her booty?
They didn't get the booty right.
Yeah, he got Bailey. And her booty's kind of small compared to the real Bailey. But this is the best Bailey sculpt I've seen so far. They always get her face all weird.
Yeah, it's pretty
and she's
good.
got a weird face to begin with.
True.
But, this was the best one I've seen so far. And, it's before she turned evil, so $2. Fuck. Hell yeah. Let's do it, baby. And then this, I had the offer to get us or these.
Yeah.
And I chose these, so forgive me, Jordan Peele, but these are the Iconics. Hilarious tag team from WWE. I really like them, and, grow my little female wrestler collection.
Yeah, your little weenie too, growing.
Yeah, man. Pretty good sculpts on them, so that's cool. And then this baby, I was fearing that this would arrive, and it did, because I have to scrap for cash, and I put these on layaway, and there's time limits on layaway.
Yeah, 3 months.
So I'm like, fuck. I gotta catch up here. So it came in though.
You were left with $1.
Literally left with $1, and I scrapped this week and the week before just to get what I owed because I had a feeling they had gotten it.
Yeah.
And thankfully, some little things came up here and there. I didn't eat one week, so not the whole week, one day.
You sold some ass.
Sold a little ass, and I haven't taken it out yet, but that's what it looks like. It's a small figure, but it's a limited edition Greg Horn sculpt. I really like this sculpt, so add to the Harlection.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So that's cool. That's it, man. So let's move on to books. You got a little bookie?
I had a book. This was like what, $2 or something?
$2, man. $3? At our local record store.
Yeah, the one that destroyed my wallet last month.
This month it didn't.
No.
So that's cool. Man, I hate when this book's pretty old. I'm not even gonna try.
No.
This book's pretty old. It's Howard Stern's Private Parts. Literally, 300 pages of his dick. Howard Stern. Everybody knows Howard Stern. If you don't, what? So this is a great book, on top of that. Even if you don't like Stern, it's great. But, it's an old book. So it's got this tag here, saves forever. Back in the day. And people don't take these off. When you resell these, first of all, they don't look nice. Why don't you take the tag off? And then later, if you resell them, people are like struggling to take this piece of shit old glue off. I hate that, man. It sucks. Anyway, got some nice racks on the back. Howard not looking like a damn fucking orc.
Yeah, dude, he got weird looking, huh?
Yeah, he's a ugly man. Yeah. Says I, an ugly man. So here, this is pretty cool, man. Got a Koontzer.
Oh shit!
An old school Koontz book. I'm always out looking for old school Koontz. Let's check out. Yeah, check it out. Dean R. Koontz still. Dean Ray, if you will. Holy shit! This is a picture of Koontz I haven't seen.
Oh, what? Is it a good one?
I don't know if it's going to be visible on the camera, but what the? He's hairy as hell.
Let me see. Oh, wow, that's so weird.
He's got a beard, a stash, and he's got like a fucking Nick Cave hair.
I think I'm going to have to take a picture of that. And
you're going to insert that.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. This is a new find.
This is for our boy Logan.
Yeah, Logan, there you go, man. A good Koontz pick.
Yeah.
Not that shitty new Justin Bieber sweep he's gone.
Damn, dude. He's fallen.
This is Whispers. It's in really good condition for being an old hardcover. Yeah. It's just got some pencil writing inside right here, which I can erase. It was somebody's library. Really white sheets.
Dean Ray.
This I was glad to find. John Dies at the End by David Wong, quote unquote. David Wong. This was adapted into a movie, which is equally crazy.
Yeah, it's got Clancy.
But the book is, as usually the case, the way to go. Even though the movie's great, don't get me wrong, it's fucking a fun-ass time. This book is crazy, wild, and hilarious. I read this when I was locked up, and I must have looked like a loon.
Yeah.
I was laughing my fucking ass off
at
the
dog
crazy
that
shit.
Drives the car.
Yeah, man. This is a crazy book. I love it. John Dies at the End. Spoiler. That doesn't actually spoil anything. You saw the movie and you loved it.
Yeah, it was pretty rad.
Dude, I guarantee you would zip through this book. It's hilarious.
It did have some low budget constraints, but I think they did a pretty good job.
They really did, man. They only really skipped one big portion of the book.
The dog?
And it's kind of an unnecessary portion in the long run to tell the story. But it's a fun portion, but ultimately unnecessary. So they did a really good job, especially with the budget. So, but the book is really something you gotta check out. A fun time. I must have read it like 4 times in prison, and I'm gonna read it again because it's hilarious. And I like to reread shit. Now, so from hilarity, we go to heart-rending tragedy in Room. If you haven't read Room, then maybe don't. It's a heartbreaking view at not only the effects of kidnap, but the after effects. Movies and books usually end with somebody getting saved. This doesn't stop after they're quote unquote saved. It actually focuses more on the aftermath of something like this. And when I saw this shit, it just blew my fucking mind. By the way, for everybody that's just decided to jump on the hate wagon, Brie Larson starred in the movie, and she's really fucking good in it. It's just this is something you got to read and or see. It's something else, man.
Does that have fungusy toes?
She does have fungusy toes, but in room, I guess it makes sense because she was stuck in her room forever.
Oh, yeah. Fungus.
So then this was a must get, and you know, I sold a figure and some books to my boy, some comic books to my boy. Shout out to my boy. Who is it?
Your boy.
It's my boy.
Yeah.
It's my friend, not my boy, like as in we're holding hands, boy. Just my pal.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. Clear up that smoke. Anyway, so I had to get the Institute, you know, because I'm a Kingite. This is new one.
Steveite.
I haven't read it yet, but you know, that's next on the docket. And then this.
Ah,
Man, shit.
dude, you gotta stop with his head.
Koontz just ruined the good hair bit with this. What was that?
I just burped and it smelled like pizza, dude.
Here's Koontz back with the shitty hair. But this is Ashley Bell, one of his more recent novels, and it was something I really was interested in reading. So, you know, cheap. So
Dude,
cool.
It's so tragic, that hair.
He needs
Just
to at
go
least,
back.
even if he grew the mustache back, it's not saving it.
No,
That hair is terrible.
it's sad. Is there a way we can contact him?
Yeah, actually, he puts his address at the end of every book, or at least he used to in the 90s. I don't know if he still does. Let me see. Let's check it out. In the 90s, he did. Yep, there it is.
Dude, we gotta freaking send him a letter, like sucking his Koontz dick, and then at the end, dude, you gotta bring back the badass Koontz.
You know why I knew about this? Well, aside from reading the book and getting to this page and going, oh, look. But in the 90s, I actually wrote a letter to Koontz.
Did you?
As a kid.
Did you tell him you look badass? Please don't change it.
I did. I told him, you're one of the coolest looking authors.
Damn.
That was in the 90s. He should have listened to me.
Yes.
Probably didn't even read the letter, but
Nah.
the point is I did write him a pathetic fanboy letter.
Guys.
I'm telling you, I loved Koontz.
Guys, this is a call to action. Find your Koontz books. Write to him. Tell him he looks badass with the mustache.
Yeah, he needs to bring the mustache back and the bald head.
Hashtag bring that mustache back.
Dean Koontz, P.O. Box 9529, Newport Beach, California, zip code 92658. Do it, baby.
Compliment him. Tell him he needs to bring back that.
Yeah,
mustache.
say you're our boy, but you need to bring that stash back.
Yeah, and
also, get rid of that Bieber hair.
And the R.
And the Dean Ray. Yeah, the R needs to come back. Anyway,
also go to the doctor or something. Them shakes. Is not
them
good.
shakes is something's going on.
Anyway.
Let's see what ridiculous names he makes up in this one, but you know, it's Koontz, man. I can't hate Koontz, even though, you know, he's not as great as he used to be.
He's your boy, though.
He's my boy. So let's move on to comics. Hit me with some mix.
I found this.
As you hit me with
or
Mickey Mouse.
You found this.
Yes.
It's a 5-part
Roots of the Swamp
Thing, which is a reprinting of the 10 Len Wein and Bernie Wrightson
issues.
Original Swamp Thing.
Back when Swamp Thing was less philosophical and more just monsters.
Monster Romp, basically.
But this is cool, man.
Yeah,
a reprint.
It's pretty rad. It's the ones that they worked on together.
Yeah, this is really cool. Glad I saw that, and glad you have it because you love the thing.
My boy.
Then this weird shit. This has I don't know, is this... I have a feeling this is Rap Fink related because the art is very... Maybe we should have checked who drew Rap Fink.
Yeah.
Well, because the art is Finkish.
It's very Finkian.
In fact, you know what? It probably is. Mark Hansen? Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out later and look like fools now.
Yeah.
Weird Melvin 1 and 2. This bizarre art. You don't know what the fuck these comics are all about, but sometimes art is a reason to buy a comic.
Yeah, it's pretty neat looking. We were looking through them. It's like this black and white, very odd.
Very odd art.
Speaking of very odd art, I found this Lobo issue.
Keith Giffen. Yeah, he's such a weird artist. But anyway, drawing Lobo issue. What is it? Lobo Infanticide.
Yeah.
Very offensive guy Lobo, so there you go.
And then this other Lobo.
Lobo's back, number 3. There you go. Next.
This was another one that you saw, and they looked kind of interesting.
Yeah, again, one of those art kind of sold you on it. The art on the covers is interesting enough, kind of pop artish.
Yeah.
But the inside is, again, these wild, extremely small.
Yeah, like little strips.
Panels and strips, yeah. I don't know, man. Might be cool.
We'll see.
Next.
This.
This is weird, man. I didn't even know this existed. A little bit envious that you found it, but oh man, got some very 90s shit on it.
Yeah.
First of all, this issue is drawn by Rob Liefeld, who
or the cover is at least.
Yeah, let's find out if the inside is. Oh no,
Yeah,
it looks like it is. Yeah, no, penciled by John Stinsman and Dan Fraga.
He was a story consultant on it apparently.
So
Rob
that's
Liefeld.
cool. Okay, so this is apparently a companion issue to the movie Six String Samurai, which is one of our favorite indie movies ever. I wouldn't be surprised if you haven't heard about it, but definitely seek this movie out.
Yeah.
It's the Wizard of Oz meets rock and roll, meets rockabilly, meets post-apocalyptic fucking movie.
It's a strange film.
It's funny, it's weird, it's very unique, and apparently they made a tie-in comic. So that was fucking cool.
We were about to leave, and then I was like, "Oh,
yeah, that's crazy, man." Also, the Six String Samurai movie has one of the best soundtracks ever.
Yeah.
Red Elvis's. That's all I'll say. Next,
we got Savage Dragon and Martial Law.
Savage Dragon, Martial Law crossover 1 and 2. That's the whole run, I think. 2-part run, I think. But anyway, you like Savage Dragon? Martial Law was kind of I think it was Epic Comics that originally had them, and it was kind of like their response to satirical Judge Dredd style comics. Next.
Oh, this
is cool.
This is interesting.
This is a Luke Cage comic.
It's number 2, so I guess there was more than one.
Yeah, there was definitely more than one, but it was written and drawn by Gendy Tartakovsky of Samurai Jack fame. And his art, of course, is great. Or unique, I should say. And his storytelling is awesome.
There's a panel where Luke Cage punches a snake.
He's uppercutting a fucking snake because it bit him.
His eyes are flying out, and it's just after he tells him, "You're a fool. You can't hurt me."
Yeah, he didn't have to uppercut the snake's eyes out.
That's what sold me on it.
Yeah.
Dude.
Not only Gendy Tartakovsky, who's great, but that alone is a reason to buy it.
To go. So this dude was selling these two for, what was it, $10?
Yeah, I think $20.
Oh yeah, the two, and then but he also had these on like the dollar bins.
So you got them for.
So I got them for like a cent.
Yeah, so you could have bought the packaged version for $20, but you got these for basically $1.
Yeah, it took us a little while to find them, but
there they were. The Dead Man.
Dead Man.
Love After Death 1 and 2. It was just a 2-part series, so there you go. Dead Man, one of the more unique heroes in the DC.
My only experience with Dead Man is from the Swamp Thing appearance.
He's a funny guy sometimes.
So, yeah, he was pretty funny in Swamp Thing.
This I prompted you to get, and it was kind of ironic because you got the KG Beast
I don't have it here, but
figure. But this is literally the comic where Batman kills the KG Beast.
Yeah. Remember when people were losing their mind over Batman killing in BVS?
Yeah, let's not forget that Batman had already killed in other movies.
Yes, thousands of times.
But this is literally a moment where he left someone to die. And he was dead for years.
He's dead, dude.
You know, he literally left him to starve and die inside a fucking sewer. And it shows him walking away, barring him in there, and the guy can't get out.
Mocking him.
And he never appeared again until later in other shit. But, yeah, this is that issue.
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, you gotta get this.
Yeah, now I'm like, every time someone's like, Batman doesn't kill, I'll be like,
oh, yeah? KG balls. And then this, also spotted these, and I was like, yeah, he's gonna like these. It's The Creech. It was a series from Greg Capullo, who, you know...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, who does this great art, man. He's really good with monsters and weird, goopy shit. Yeah. He did a lot of stuff with McFarlane back in the day.
Yeah, there was actually a figure from McFarlane Toys.
From Toys. Oh, that's right, from Toys.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe you like it, maybe you don't, but
it's definitely...
Yeah, it was a scent and
again,
visually interesting.
These were all from the guy that just gives away his comics.
Basically.
So that's a thing. I found this Mystery Men.
Mystery Men comics, you know.
I have...
hard to find, so...
I think I have like 2 Mystery Men issues. But I'm a fan of Flaming Carrot, and it's the same writer.
And then this was a comic you used to have.
Yes, it was one of the like 4 or 5 Flaming Carrot comics that I had, which we recently found at that guy's. And this was the only one I was missing that was stolen back in the day.
Wouldn't it be crazy if those comics you found were the ones they stole from you and they sold them to that shop?
My sleeves were really like worn out, so it's maybe you never know.
Maybe he re-sleeved them.
But yeah, finally found it. So now I've officially restored my original Flaming Carrot.
This is a comic that's not drawn; it's a photo comic.
Yeah,
with the Flaming Carrot.
And I remember I used to really like it.
Yeah, man, I remember that too. And I saw this and immediately recognized it.
Yeah.
I was like,
and I
dude.
freaking flew towards it.
Yeah, I've never seen you.
Filleted it.
I've never seen you fly except for when you orbit the sun.
Yeah, it's not good.
Man
Planet, they call me.
Here we got a bunch of Swamp Things that you found. Your Swampites. So there's Swamp Thing, whatever number this is. 94. Great cover.
Yeah, these are way after Alan Moore's run.
95.
I feel a little iffy about him having a son or a daughter, but we'll see when I get there.
95.
These are just really cool
This is
covers.
93.
These are really cool covers, and I kind of wish like
Tango and Cash in the back.
I kind of wish Alan Moore had like these painted,
great covers.
yeah, but unfortunately they're not great.
92. I love this cover, and by that I mean Tango and Cash again.
Damn it! Total Recall.
Total Recall. 97, and yes, Total Recall in the back.
Tales from the Dark Side.
And 96, and yeah, Tales from the Dark Side.
So yeah, those are cool. And I also got, this is a freaking thing that they're doing with these. So I was collecting the Swamp Thing, like 100-page comics from Walmart. And I had 1 through, I think, 7 or 8, whichever one was the last one. Then they restarted it to number 1 again, right? Like 2 months ago. Then we went back this month to get the new ones. And they didn't have them. They just had like Teen Titans and shit. I was like, what the hell? It's weird. So then we go to this other comic book guy, and they have a Swamp Thing number 1 that is not the other 2 Swamp Thing number 1s that I already have. I don't understand what they're doing with these comics, but as long as they keep releasing this one, I'm fine.
So yeah, now you got
3 Swamp Thing number 1s
that are different. So
Yes.
that's weird. And of course, it's cool because it not only has new Swamp Thing stories, but it has Constantine and Zatanna and other supernatural or weird characters.
Spookies.
Next,
I found this Terror Incorporated.
Terror Incorporated.
Punisher.
You have a few of those, so slowly but surely you're...
And this was another one that was an art thing. It also looks very like comedic, sci-fi. So it just looks kind of like a funny issue.
The cover alone is a reason to get the hell is going on with this weird ape fellow.
It looks like it'll be pretty funny, so
yeah.
we'll see.
And yeah, like you say, the inside art is hilarious actually now that I look at it. But anyway, it's black and white, so you can't really tell on screen. Alright, well, I had to get my Archie vs. Predator 2 and 3. So that's cool. We're in a bind because we're in between comic guys, so I don't know if I'm going to get the rest of that or not. These, oh man. Especially these, because the crossovers are hard. You don't know who's printing them. This was especially cool because I am preparing to make a video about the Blair Witch for Cult Classics Corner. And I just so happened to come across this black and white Oni comics. Oni, I don't know if Oni's still around, but
I think so.
They were definitely a thing in the 90s. Tie-in to the Blair Witch Project. That's cool, man. I literally had just heard the commentary and they were talking about it. And then here it is. Very cool. This is this Marvel Comics, 75 years of Marvel Comics, where it reprints, or not it's redrawn, reprinted. I don't really know because I never saw the original. But it's the Timely Comics that had the first appearance of, this is before Marvel Comics was Marvel Comics. The first appearance of the Human Torch. Here's a recreation of that cover. And then the inside has the first appearance of Submariner.
It's definitely like more modern.
Yeah,
art.
Submariner, Angel, and Human Torch. But it's got an old school feel.
Yeah.
But it's redrawn basically. Yeah. Just the concept is pretty cool. That's just a piece that I like to have. And then Jonah Hex number 9, because I'm missing this one. And they have like 10 million more Jonai that I gotta get.
Yep.
So I really love that series. So, and then this is a
got-
late edition because this you actually got for my birthday, but it came later.
Yeah. This you have our boy Logan to thank for.
Yeah, Logan
'Cause he suggested it.
gave you the heads up. And this is the omnibus version of Next Testament, Clive Barker's Next Testament, that his boy Mark Allen Miller co-wrote with him. I have a feeling Mark Allen Miller and him are pumping uglies, yeah. But the point is, Mark Allen Miller co-wrote a book with him called Hellraiser: The Toll, which fills in the gap between the Hellbound Heart and Scarlet Gospels, and mixes in elements of the comics and the movies into this other continuity. I don't know, man. And Mark Allen Miller, helped write some of the other comics. He's the head of Seraphim Productions.
Oh man!
So
Yeah,
they have a close relationship. I don't know how close, but
good.
I don't know, man. This concept seems great. I have a feeling, I may be wrong, but I think that Next Testament was originally an idea he had for the original concept for Scarlet Gospels, of which the novel that is now Scarlet Gospels was only going to be 1/4 of. I have a feeling this is the rest of it. I have to do more research, but I think that's what's going on here. But anyway, I love when Clive Barker takes on on religious concepts and mythos, and here's this idea of the God of the Old Testament, that vengeful and angry God returning. I like it. I mean, I haven't read it, but the concept alone sells me on it.
Plus omnibus.
Yeah, and all in one. So cool beans, frijoles frescos. Anyway,
Yeah.
that was our little haul. Hope you had a ball. A bull ball, apparently. Anyway, let us know what you think about this. Hit like, share, subscribe, and the notification buttons for more madness. In the meantime, maybe check your pantry, because we might be in there noshing on your goods.
Gets
Yeah, the goods. The foodstuffs.
Andrew.
Anyway, we're out.